In this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 areas that an environmental health officer assesses to work out a food hygiene rating. So hi, I'm Natalie Stanton and I am a Chartered Environmental Health Officer, and I'm here to help you get confident with food safety. Area then that an environmental health officer will score you on is called food safety and hygiene procedures. Now you might be thinking, but what does this jargon actually mean? So this means that the officer looks at how hygienically you handle and prepare the food. So this is going to include them looking at things like how do you store your food, how do you prepare your food, how do you cook your food, how do you reheat it, how do you cool food down, or whichever of these processes that you may do in your business. They're going to be looking to see, are you doing these things safely? So for example, do you keep raw foods such as raw meat away from foods that are cooked and ready to eat? So essentially, how do you prevent cross-contamination between raw and cooked and ready to eat foods? Let me take a second here, because I was just going to say, if you've got any food safety questions that you would like me to answer in the future, please feel free to drop them in the comments below and I'll see if I can create a video answering these questions in the future for you. Let's now move on to the second area, which is structure and cleaning. Now this is where the officer will look at the cleanliness and the condition of your premises, your kitchen and your equipment. It also includes things such as pest control, waste control, and provision of wash hand basins and sinks, hot and cold water supply, drainage, etc. So like with most things, first impressions really do count, right? So something that can create a really bad impression, and this is probably going to sound really obvious, but it's if the officer turns up and your kitchen looks filthy, and I have actually seen this many times, or if they go to wash their hands and the wash hand basin is filthy, and this has happened to me more times than I can count, to the point where I didn't even want to wash my hands. So there's just a couple of reasons to really keep on top of the cleaning. Now the third and final element that an officer will look at to work out a food hygiene rating is called confidence in management. This is about how you manage food safety. It's largely about paperwork, but not entirely. But in terms of paperwork, there is something that every food business needs, and that's a written food safety management system. And in a minute, I'll tell you where you can download one for free. Now this is something that the officer will certainly check during a food hygiene inspection. And if a business doesn't have a documented food safety system in place, they're highly unlikely to get a food hygiene rating of more than 1 out of 5. So as I said, there is a free pack created by the Food Standards Agency called Safer Food, Better Business. And if you're a small food business, you'll probably be able to use this. I'll link to it below where you can download it for free. I'll also link to a free step-by-step guide I've created on how to complete this pack. So in terms of food safety management, another thing the officer may look at, and bear in mind this will vary between size of business, what your business is doing, etc. But it's going to be your food safety monitoring records. So for example, temperature records for like your fridges and your freezers. Also evidence of food hygiene training, so food hygiene certificates, pest control records, waste control records, and allergen information for your food items. Now before we finish, there's something really critical I wanted to mention. You can have all the paperwork in the world, but if you aren't following it in practice, then there's a real problem. And this is something the officer's going to be checking. For example, when doing food hygiene inspections, I'd often look through a business's food safety management system and I'd pick a couple of things out. I'd then make sure I specifically checked these things when I was inspecting the kitchen. If I found any issues or discrepancies, I'd pick a few more things, I'd go and check those. So key takeaway, make sure you follow what it says in your food safety system. Now if you'd like a free food hygiene inspection check sheet, to get prepared for your inspection, I've created one that you can download for free and I'll drop the link to it below. I really hope you found this video useful. Wishing you the best of luck in your food hygiene inspection, and I'll see you in the next video.